I'm Bev Adams. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And the catalog is live. The 2018-2019 catalog is available for customers now. If you are one of my customers and you have shopped with me in the last year, I have ordered a catalog for you. You probably already have it. If you are not my customer and you want to find out about how to get one, just send me an email. So the first few pages of the catalog explain the kinds of stamps that we have, wood mount and clear mount, and also photopolymer. Photopolymer is great for when you're doing two-step stamping, patterns, precise alignments, and mix and match. There was a major color revamp, and so this is the color selection on page 4. Some things that you may not have noticed about the catalog is that the framelets, edgelets, and thinlets are color-coded now. The standard dies are marked with the gray, the detailed dies are marked with green, and the embossing dies are marked in, I think this is Bermuda Bay. And this answers an issue that I have had because when we came out with the precision base plate, they have always suggested that you use this for the detailed dies and not the framelets. The precision base plate is a solid metal plate that you use instead of the clear cutting plate. It does not bend, and you may have found that your regular cutting plates do bend when you use it. If you use this with your framelets, your open framelets, it's possible that those framelets could also bend. So save the precision base plate for those detailed plates. Stampin' Up! Has marked them now because a lot of times they'll come together. So thank you, Stampin' Up! For making that clear. Another thing that has started in the last year or so is that some of the pieces that come in the framelets do not cut, they only emboss. So you'll find that those are marked in these Bermuda Bay or Coastal Cabana, I'm not sure which color that is. And so I'm really thankful. It's made it a lot more clear. And if I page through back to the embossing folders, you might not have noticed. Here's the code. The standard texture impressions embossing folders are marked in this darker orange, and the thick dynamic textured impressions embossing folders are marked with the light orange. And so you need to know this because with the standard ones you use 2 cutting plates, and it's shown here in the catalog. With the thicker dynamic folders you only use 1 of the cutting plates. So with this color coding there's no confusion. Thank you, Stampin' Up! Another thing I absolutely love about this catalog is that you can make it. These are 6 bundles that have 1 item number. So if you just put in 149034 with that 1 item number, you will get the stamp set, but also the blocks, cardstock, ink, and embellishments that you can make these cards with that. That's a fabulous idea. Thank you, Stampin' Up! I like to take my catalog to my local copy shop or office supply shop and have it bound. So this is my catalog. I have them laminate with fairly heavy-duty lamination for the front cover and the back cover, and also have them cut it for the spiral bindings. One of the things that I do that I'm starting to second guess is I like them to put clear sheets in that divide the different sections, and I find it nice to be able to have those nice solid dividers. But what happened this year, and it has happened in other years, is that makes it slippery. And so when I have mine cut, They had to recut it, so some of my pages are the wrong size. So if you decide to have your catalog bound, have them cut just a very thin slice, and ask them to be very careful if you have them put the clear sheets in. Those clear sheets are for the everyday occasions, the birthday, kids and babies, and these are all color coded so that you can see, especially if you don't have shorter pages, that the everyday occasions are in this red, the birthday are in this orange. And one of the things that Stampin' Up! Did this year is it actually said that this isn't just red, this is lovely lipstick. So thank you, Stampin' Up! For putting the colors in. I like to put tabs on those, so that's why I've got the clear sheets. And I have made tabs for myself and color coded, so this is lovely lipstick. You can come over to my website and I'll have the tabs for you for free. I like to have them laminated by my cheap lamination, just packing tape. So what I do is I separate these out so that I'll put tape right on that line. And so I cut 2 rows because the tape is not the exact same size as the tabs I need. And then I just put the packing tape right on that line. See if I can do it without getting my head in the camera. I think I did it. Then once you have the tape on the tabs, you can either cut these out with a punch. Several punches will work. Maybe you have the old round tab punch. You could also use the Everyday Labels punch for your tabs. So you just put it in here and cut it out. It should fit just fine. Or you can use the Pretty Label punch the same way. It should work just fine. I have also sized it for the circle tab punch. This year I'm going to just cut them square off, no punches. If I'm going to cut them square, I don't have to have them quite so long. So that's about 7/8 of an inch. So I'm going to cut them 7/8 of an inch from the white line. I don't know if you can see that white line. You are going to want to score these, I think, to help this fold easier. I should have mentioned that I printed my labels out on our Whisper White cardstock. It goes through my printer really easily. I've also printed some on just regular paper so that I can use it for a placement strip here. So I have Terran tape on the back. And I'm going to put the first one there. And I'm putting it on the clear dividers. If you did not have the dividers put in, you can just put it on here. I would not trust snail to keep these closed because there's a lot of pressure to open it up. I do have the page numbers so you'll know where to put them. And of course it's color coded, as I mentioned. I like to have adhesive on the edges. And then also some in the middle. If you still have some fast fuse works great for this as well. So for my second one, I'm going to line up the edge of my strip. And then this is the second tab. I'm going to try and get the fold to be about the same height. You can also space them by working on this side, and that also allows you to get the height to be even. And that's it. It's pretty easy to find the different sections of the catalog with the tabs. I should have also mentioned that you can put them down the side if you want, if that works better for you. And if you want to skip a tab, there's no rule that says you have to use every tab in there. When you're going through the catalog deciding what to buy, do make sure that you have something that you can use every day. So this everyday section is really good for you. There's several stamp sets that give you lots of options. Another Wonderful Year is like that. Most of us need thank you cards and birthday cards. Many of us like to make Christmas cards. And so a set like Another Wonderful Year is really great for you. So you may want to get something from the birthday section, the kids section, the holiday section. The love, thanks, and support section is really helpful. We like going to wedding showers, but we often need sympathy cards as well. There's a whole section for artistic expression that's wonderful for coloring. Another thing I always like to have a stamp for is something with to and from on it, like on Botanical Bliss. And one of the things that I like about Stampin' Up! Is they have something for everybody. So that's it. If you would like my tabs or other organizational tools, come on over to bevadams.com. Click on Getting Organized, or here's the direct link for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.